Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And they're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 4 catches and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Now let's give you a look here at the New England offense.
I love the versatility of Marcus Cannon. He can play guard, he can play tackle. I think his footwork has really improved during his time in the NFL. He has one of the better backstories that you're going to get. This is a guy who was diagnosed with cancer, has beaten that, and now is one of the better players in the NFL.
They'll run it here. This is James White. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. Defensively, here's how they will line it up for Kansas City. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Check, 53's Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And able to connect with Barrios. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A quick throw. It's Arcega-Whiteside.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Single, that's single in the slot, single in the slot.
Catch is made by Harry.
They ain't moving the ball on this deep.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Chris Jones in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Brady's throw there complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get the former first overall selection, Eric Fisher. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. Deron Harmon makes the tackle. We'll look now at our starting defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. On the carry, Thompson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Pats at the line, ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Brady now on first down. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Here's Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Brady. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They go play action here on 1st down. It's caught. This is White. White's got a 1st down and more. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brady gives this to White. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
That throw by Brady incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. To throw on 3rd down, Brady. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. It's not going to end in points, but, you consider where this drive started. You probably label it a success.
I do, and I know that without points, it's hard to say that a drive truly was a success. But think of it this way. Changing field position, maybe giving your defense a little bit of a break.
Let's go.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Shermer. Rush coming, and he's taken down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll drop to throw. Completes it to Hardman. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Brady deferring to White on the draw. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
On 3rd down, Brady. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Sack, baby! Good job.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Hill on the return. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
90 is a Mike. All you get is a header. I'll take this.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Michael Bennett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything, nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the pass.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete to White. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Oh, yeah!
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Got an open man. It's Pringle. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Defense.
Well, instead of fourth down after the incompletion, it'll be first down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up a throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over first and 10. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady got a man open. That's Harry. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Brady now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10. Now Brady. That is caught inside the 5. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Check 56. Here we go. Under crush.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but incomplete. This is third and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Now Brady. under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. Gostkowski's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start with each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. On the draw, here's White. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nickel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Watch the flag.
From the gun, it's Brady. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Ball start, offense.
That's Laurent Duvernay-Tardif. Actually, correction, Dr. Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, MD, guilty there. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this out past the 25. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Come on, baby. First down. Let's see what you got.
They'll run on first down. Thompson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Shermer, and he's got his man on the out route. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the third quarter in Tampa. And the Saints have extended their lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up third and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Now Brady. Roberts has it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Brady now to throw. He gets it complete to Latimer. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. Brady now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's White. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Operating from the gun. Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. From the gun, Brady. And that will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. On 1st down, Moss, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss, and a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
I'm going to hit you all night.
Now Brady on the bootleg. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. To Thompson on the draw. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Carl Nassib drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 33. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Here we go.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Chris Jones on the stop. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 56.
I got him. When he hit. Hey, 66.
On second down, Michelle. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Wait, 20. 56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
Again, it's Michelle. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Check hot route. Shadow.
They'll run on first down. It's White. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Opting to run again here with White. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll try and run it here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
On first down, Moss. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the 39, Shermer. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Brady. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with White. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Mike 56. Mike 50.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And able to connect with Barrios. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Brady gives to Michel. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Brady going to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's White. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Michel. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the lead extends. It's 15-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. keeping hope alive.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
It's our field. Hey, it's our field.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
On 2nd down, Michel. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
And it's Michel once again. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines.
Keep playing hard.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for the Patriots, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders.